Okay, it's 7:10 a.m. on a Thursday, December 19th, 2024. I got up about an hour ago. The psycho directly below in 76 started making violent pounding noises, and the psycho in 88 also started making violent pounding noises, slamming things against the wall. As soon as I sat up and my alarm started going off. And I've been taking out recycling to the rear stairwell because there is an extermination scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning. And the piece of shit in 88 suddenly jumps out of his door, comes at my door, and violently pounds on it, claiming that I'm telling him, claiming that I'm telling him to kill himself. Well, I don't know what he's listening to, but he watches a lot of horror movies, and maybe all the horror movies and the porn movies that he's constantly blasting. Verifiably, I have dozens of recordings of him blasting horror movie soundtracks and porn movies throughout the floor. Maybe they're affecting his imagination, because I do not ever directly speak to that piece of shit, ever. I never speak to him. If he jumps out of his door, I either jump back into my door or I leave, or I start recording him if I'm like stuck in the corner and I can't go anywhere because he's standing in front of me. He has a history of coming at me when I'm standing at my door out in the hallway, and he then becomes extremely intrusive. He like stands there, he doesn't move, or he makes these weird gestures, or becomes just weird. Like he walks back and forth in front of me, but doesn't go anywhere. He engages in some very disturbing behavior. That alarm is not that loud, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So most people on a weekday are already up and going to work. I had to take today off from work to get ready for this extermination because there's constantly cockroaches in this unit, even though I don't keep any food anywhere. And the cockroaches only started showing up a few months ago. I've lived in this unit for 13 years. And for the first 12 and a half years that I've lived in this unit, there were never any cockroaches. So the exterminator keeps coming back. And because their extermination is not effective, the cockroaches keep coming back. I mean, I sweep, I take out the recycling. I don't leave trash lying around. I take the trash outside. And yet the cockroaches continue to come in here because I think they're coming in from other units. The exterminator only does my unit. He doesn't do any other units. And cockroaches migrate. Everybody knows that. So they're coming in from somewhere else. He never touches the unit next door, even though that filthy asswipe never seems to clean anything. All he does is sit around all day blasting porn movies and getting violent. He just started pounding on my door just now, screaming at me that I was telling him to kill himself. Well, then don't listen, right? I was standing inside of my unit doing whatever it is I need to do. I never spoke to him directly, ever. I do not speak directly to that piece of shit.
Morning, District 813. How can I help you?
Yes, hi. I'm calling because I live at the 5 Union Ave building just around the corner from the E13. And the individual who lives next door to me is a Department of Mental Health inmate. He is a sex offender from the Department of Mental Health. And he keeps going out into the hallway and pounding on my door, screaming at me that I am telling him to kill himself, even though I never directly speak to this person because his behavior is extremely...
Police services over there right now.
I'm sorry?
Do you need police services over there right now?
No, well, he was violently pounding on my door like 15 minutes ago. He's unpredictable and violent, and he never leaves his unit.
Would you like the police to respond, ma'am?
Not at this time, but I do want the police to know that he has a history of aggressively harassing women, and he just came to my door and was pounding on it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, and we'll keep track of that, or note that he was pounding on your door.
Yeah, his name
you can come to the station, okay?
His name is Kevin, and he lives in Unit 88 at 5 Union Avenue.
Okay.
I never have directly spoken to this person ever because his behavior from the very beginning that he moved in was extremely aggressive and intrusive, and he very clearly has some issues with women.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So let's just see if that piece of shit cracked the door. No, the door's not cracked, but I have to report this to management. So right now I'm trying to fill up a water bottle and I'm washing some washcloths in this tub and the water stinks. It smells so foul. I can't use it to fill up water bottles to do anything with this water. It smells like the same disgusting Parmesan cheese smell that was coming out of my shower yesterday morning when I was trying to take a shower. So the Parmesan cheese smell is not coming from me or anything that I am doing. I'm literally trying to fill up these water bottles for drinking, and the water suddenly stinks like vomit. And there's been violent pounding noises from directly below in 76 since I woke up at around 6 a.m. So we've got some issues with the water here. And again, I'm trying to fill up this tub, fill up some water bottles. I have the right to use the water, and the water stinks like vomit. Well, now it's Parmesan cheese, but normally it smells like vomit. I have an extermination scheduled for 3 hours from now, and I have to have this place cleaned up. The filthy asswipe in 88 won't stop pounding on my door, claiming that I'm telling him to kill himself. I have never said 2 words to that asswipe to his face in my life. So whatever it is he thinks I am saying to him, I am not actually saying to him, right? You can't talk to someone that isn't in front of you. You cannot talk to someone that isn't in front of you unless you're FaceTiming them or you're on, Google Meet or you're on Zoom. I am not on Zoom with the filthy, perving, creeping asswipe in 88. I don't talk to him on the phone. I don't talk to him in person. Therefore, I do not talk to him. Yeah, I should have maintenance just check out the door. He was really hitting it hard. It sounded like it was cracking. So if it's cracked, I don't want to be held responsible for the damage to that door that was done just now.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for the front office. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It's right around 7:15 a.m. on Thursday, December 18th, 2024. Sorry, December 19th, 2024. I'm calling from Unit 89 to report that 15 minutes ago, the violent Department of Mental Health sex offender named Kevin, who you have chosen to place in the unit directly next to mine, came out of his unit while I was inside of my unit, and he started violently and repeatedly pounding on my door, and it sounded like the door cracked. And the reason that he said he was pounding on my door was that I was telling him to kill himself. I do not ever speak to this person, and I have never said 2 words to him in person. So whatever he thinks that I'm saying to him, he's obviously delusional, because I have never said anything to him in person and did not say anything to him in person at any point this morning. I woke up at 6. This happened at 7 a.m. I was taking recycling out to the rear stairwell in preparation for today's extermination, and I never saw this piece of shit or spoke to him. He was inside his door the entire time. I never saw him at all. So whatever he thinks that I'm saying to him, that is in his own imagination. And the fact that he was repeatedly and violently slamming his fist against my door has caused damage to the door, and you guys need to check it out. Please send maintenance up here today to see the damage to the door that was done by Kevin in 88, the violent sex offender whose behavior you are refusing to address. He keeps jumping out at me when I'm walking up and down in the hallway, and this forces me to go into the bathroom and stay in there as long as he's in the hallway. He is violent. He has issues towards women. Last week, he was violently slamming things against the wall to the unit of my unit, and that wall seems to have gotten damaged to the point where maintenance had to do some repair work for approximately 30 minutes a few days ago against the wall that Unit 88 shares with my unit. I am recording this voicemail, and I did contact the police regarding the Kevin in number 88's violent behavior. He is a sex offender. He never leaves his unit. He's very behaviorally disturbed, and he's violent. And I will be filing a report. Thank you. Maintenance needs to come up here and check the door, because from the violent repeated pounding that piece of shit was engaging in 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, it sounded like the door cracked. And again, I do not want to be held responsible for damage to that door that I didn't do.